In today's lecture, we will start from gate level modeling. The outline of lecture include primitive gates in Verilog, structural design using primitive gates, and gate level delay types and syntax. These are some basic gates. The syntax of gates include here an example. Out is known as output and in1 and in2 are inputs. Here you see that the first parameter will always be of output. Instance name for primitive gates is optional. Here you see that no instance name is used. These are some truth tables of gate. This row is for input I1 and this column is for I2. Here you see step by step for input combinations that when I1 is 0 and I2 is 0 and combination will be 0. Here I1 is 1 and I2 is 1, then output will be 1. And here you see if I1 is X and output and I2 will 1, then output will be X. For other truth tables you have to verify yourself. Next, here buffer and NOT gate. This truth table for buffer, here you see that when input is Z, output will be X. Same for the case for NOT gate. These are some examples of gates. Here other gates such as buff if or not if gates are discussed. In these gates and an additional control signal is used. Here this is buff if 1, as name suggests that if this control signal is 1, then this gate is act as buffer. Here buff if 0, not if 1 and not if 0. This input act as enable. If this is disable, then here the truth table of this gate buff if 1. Here you see that if control is 0, then for all the combination of inputs, output will be Z state, that is high impedance state. Here you see that if control is 1, then it acts as buffer. And here you see that if input is Z, output for control input 1 will be X, and this L shows that output will be logic low. Here you see that if control input is X and buff if 0 input is 0, then output will be logic low. And if control in high impedance state, then output will be logic low. You have to differentiate in these combinations. Here you see that for 0 input, this output as logic low, and for 1 input, this output is logic high. Similarly for buff if 0, this is the truth table. You have to verify the remaining tables yourself. Now the logic low L symbol means that output has a 0 or Z value. The H symbol means that output has 1 or Z value. These gates are used when only the control signal is asserted. Such a situation is applicable when multiple drivers drive the signal. These are some examples of buff if and not if gates. Now arrays of gate instances are discussed. For some many situations when repetitive instances are required, to simplify specification of such instances, Verilog allows an array of primitive instances to be defined. Here an array of 8-bit is defined as out, in1 and in2. Here the NAND gate is instantiated. Here you see that N0 instance name N1. The NAND gate is instantiated 8 times. Firstly, in1 bit number 0, in2 bit number 0, and output will be the bit number 0 of output. In1 bit number 1, in2 bit number 1, and output will be bit number 1 of out. Similarly up to 7. Here you see that arrays of gate instances are used. Now this example is about 4 to 1 multiplexer. This is the logic diagram, this is the truth table, and this is the block diagram. Here the gate level implementation is done. Here you see that 4 AND gates are used. These are the commands for this. And OR gate is used. Here out is the output, and Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3 are the inputs. This is the stimulus block. Please verify this program in Xilinx simulator. Now this logic diagram is for 4-bit triple carry adder. The same commands are used as given in the diagram that we have to use. 3 XOR gates and 2 AND gates. So here the sum will be calculated, and here C out. If we have to construct 4-bit triple carry adder, then we have used 4 1-bit full adders. Here you see that this module full add 4, output sum and C out, and input A, B, C in. Here these are the connections, and here full adder for 1 bit is instantiated 4 times. This is the stimulus block. You have to verify this in Xilinx simulator. The output of the simulation should be as follows. You have to verify in simulator. Now we are going to discuss gate delays. The purpose of gate delays in circuits, that practically there are logic gate delays. Gate delay allow the Verilog user to specify delays to the logic circuits. Actually we are going to the actual design, as in practical circuits gate delay occurs. Pin to pin delays can also be specified in Verilog. Now gate delays, different types of delay are defined. Rise delay, this is known as the gate output transition to 1 from any other value. When the output transition will be, when gate output transition to 1, this rise delay occur. Now if fall delay, then the output transition to a 0 from any other value. Here you see that output transition to 1 from any other value, and this is output transition to 0 from any other value. Other values include for rise delay 0 XRZ and for fall delay 1 XRZ. Other type of delay known as turn off delay. It is associated with gate output transition to the high impedance value. If the value changes to X, the minimum of 3 delays is considered. Turn off delay, you see that when the output transition goes from any other value to high impedance value. Gate delays, 3 types are allowed. If only one delay is specified, this value is used for all transitions. If 2 delays are specified, then they refer to rise and fall delay. The turn off delay is the minimum of the 2 delays. Here, if only 2 delays are used, then turn off will be the minimum of the given 2 delays. If 3 delays are specified, they refer to rise, fall and turn off delays. If no delays are specified, the default value is 0. Now these are some examples. Here you see that AND keyword, after that hash sign used, this is for delay, and this delay time will be defined. Here you see, here only one delay is used that for all the delays, known as these 3 types: rise, fall and turn off. Here you see that this delay time will be for all 3 delays. Here explicitly 2 delays are used, and turn off delay is the minimum of these 2 delays. Here all the 3 delay types are defined. Here you see that AND hash 5, the delay of 5 for all transitions, and hash 46, rise delay is equal to 4 time units and fall is equal to 6. Buff if 0 hash 3, 4, 5, this is respectively rise, fall and for turn off. Now additional level of delay controls, minimum, typical and maximum delay values are used. These are keywords: minimum, typical and maximum. These should be chosen at the start of the simulation. The purpose of these delays in practically the fabrication process variations are included. So in Verilog these delays are also used. Min value means the minimum delay value that the designer expect the gate to have. Please notice that these delays occur due to fabrication process variations, and these 3 types are rise, fall and turn off delay. Now typical value delay and maximum delay value, these are actually variations in the fabrication process, and these should be chosen at Verilog runtime. For simulators specific, different simulator have different method of choosing these delays. If no option is specified, typical delay value is default for simulator specific. The purpose to choose these delays to allow the designers to allow the flexibility in their design. The designer can experiment with delay values without modifying the design. Now let us consider a simple example. In this example, this circuit is used. Here you see that AND gate have inputs A, B and output is E. Output is achieved after 5 time units delay, and for OR gate C input is connected but E input is produced after 5 time delay, and ultimately out is produced after 4 time delay units. Here this is the Verilog implementation of this circuit. You see that module D is defined out A, B, C. Out is known as output, inputs are A, B, C. This is the wire E and instantiate the gates. This is AND gate. Here you see that 5 time units for all the rise, fall and turn off, and here 4 time units delay are used. Now this is the stimulus module. Here you see that for different time units, this input combination for time 0 and #10 means that after 10 time units delay, inputs combination is changed, and after 10 another change, and after 20 $finish means that simulation end. Now here you see the waveforms. Here you see that this is the input A, which will be initially up to time 10 it will 0, and after that it becomes 1. Here B input same as A, but it goes to 0 at time unit 20. Here C, here you see that E has the X value or unknown value, because here you see, don't confuse with this small e and this capital E. This is same. Here you see that E output will come after 5 time units. Here you see that up to 5 time units, this is X, and here you see that this is 4 time units and this is C. This out will become after 4 time units and 5 time units, because this have the input E, which will occur after this output 5 time units and 4 time units, total 9 time units. Here you see, let's see that for this input combination, when A0, B0 and C0 all are 0. Here you see that all are 0. Then out will be here 0. Now here you see that after 10 time units, A1, B1 and C1, all the 3 inputs are 1. Here you see that at 10 time units, all the 3 inputs are 1, as here we have used AND gate. When A, B are 1, E will be 1, but E output is not immediately 1 because it has 5 time unit delay. So it waits for 5 time units. As this input change, it waits for 5 time units, and this E is become 1 at time unit 15, and another change will occur at here. You see the inputs for E AND gate are A and B. Here you see that A is equal to 1, B goes to 0 at time unit 20, but E is still 1 because when the input of the gate is changed, the gate have to wait for delay time to occur its change of input at output. Here you see that B becomes 0 but E becomes 0 at after 5 time units delay, then this will be 0. Now the C is 1 here and E is 0, then output have to wait for 4 time units. You just notice that the output of the gate have to wait for its delay. Here you see that input of this gate are C input and E input. When any of these inputs are changed from its previous condition, then this gate have to wait 4 time units and then output will have the effect of these inputs change. Now let's see, at 10 time units C is 1. At 10 time units C is 1 and E will be, here you see that at 10 time units this is 10, E is 0 and C also 0. After wait of another 10 time units C is 0 and E will be 1. Here you see when E becomes 0 as E has changed, but C also 0, but due to this change this 4 time units delay occur due to delay of this gate. Here you see, let's see here that here the output gate, this gate which has the output out has the input C and E. Here you see that this is C and it will become 0 in at that unit, and this will E, it will become 0 at 25, but out is still 1 and it have wait for 4 time units and out is going to 0 at 29. Now in this example a logic diagram of RS latch is given and we have to write the Verilog description for this circuit. Also we have to write the stimulus module, and in the Verilog description we have to include delay of 1 time unit when instantiating the gates, and gates are NOR gates. Here you see that 1 time unit delay are used. This is the implementation of this circuit. Here you see that R and S, Q and QB are the parameters, input RS and Q and QB are the output. These are the NOR gate implementation. This is 1 time unit delay, Q and QB. Similarly here you have to write the stimulus module. In the stimulus, first notice that you don't see any input or output parameter. Here you see input RS in the design and inputs here in stimulus. As the input goes from the stimulus to the design block, so input combination connection will make with this RS, so this should be register data type, and output are Q and QB, and the output in design block will connect with connection in stimulus block. Here we instantiate the design block. This R and SQB, these are the parameters. This connection is instantiation with name. Here different input combination are used. I request all the students to simulate this program in Xilinx simulator, and verify the outputs as given in this truth table. Thank you.